For the stand, the first fittings that we need are going to be the sides. To do this, first we're going to set the scribe at 1/4 inch on our blank out piece, which is 26 1/8 inches by 30 inches. This is going to be the top, this is going to be the bottom. Here's the sides. On the sides, mark 1/4 inch. Now this first and second mark is actually going to place this side as the outside, and so you want the nicer looking side to be where you mark first. Okay, after the 1/4, set it to 1 1/4. Mark again. Now flip it over and set the scribe at 2 1/4. Mark it again. Now set the scribe at 3 inches and mark it again. Now set the scribe to 3/4 inch and mark the top and bottom. Now cut it out, not at the 3 inch mark, which I happen to have right here, but cut it out at the 2 1/4 inch mark on the 3/4 mark. So right there, and this will be done on all the corners. The 3 inch is going to be a bend, but we need that as part of the bend. Now what we're going to do is this 1/4 inch is going to be hemmed all the way over, and then the 1 inch is going to be hemmed over the same as the 1/4. Then we're going to hem it up at a 90. Then on this 3/4, this will be another 90. Alright, right here you can kind of see an end view of what this looks like, and what it is it's made so a piece of metal will be able to slip in just like so. And actually that's where our back panel and our front panels are going to slide into place. For the back of the stand, what we have is a sheet that's blanked out at 30 inches high and 20 1/8 inches wide. The first thing we need to do is set the scribe to 7/8 inch and mark the sides at 7/8. Next, set the scribe to 3/4 inch and mark the top and bottom at 3/4. Then notched out. Now this one, actually, on the 7/8 notch, it would probably be a little bit easier when you're assembling if just notch it at a little bit of an angle. So rather than cutting it straight in on the 7/8 side, if you notch it, it'll make life a little easier. You don't have to though, but do cut it straight up on the bottom. Now if you do want, you can also cross break this. Whoops. Cross breaking is really not going to add much to this particular design, but it will make it look a little bit nicer. Some people do like the nice cross break look. Suit yourself. Here's what the fitting will look like after it's bent up. It'll just have the 90s here, and plain and simple. The number 3 layout, which is going to be the front side, and it'll be the left and right of the front sides, we'll need 2 pieces that are 5 7/8 inches by 30 inches long. And the first thing we're going to do is set the scribe to 7/8 of an inch and mark one of the long sides. Next, we set it at 1 inch. Make a mark on the opposite side. Set it at 2 inches. Make another mark. And then set the scribe to 3/4 of an inch. Mark the top and bottom. Cut it out at the 2 inch and 3/4 inch mark on both ends, and then the same with the 7/8 side. On the 7/8, this is once again one of those that you can cut at an angle, and it'll help it in sliding together after the fact. Now in bending it, on the 7/8 side, that's just going to be bent up at a 90, and then on the 1 inch sides, each one will be bent at a 90, so it'll end up being a U shape at the bottom of this. Alright, this is what the final fitting will look like. And you see how it's bent up and over. This 7/8 is actually going to fit in the S portion that we bent on the sides. And so that's why it's okay to cut that a little bit past a 90.